have a question for you, and you don't have to answer out loud. I want you to just reflect, in your heart. Think about it in your heart and in your mind. My question is, have you ever done something so hard, so difficult, even when you were scared? Maybe you stood up for someone who was being picked on, or maybe you had to tell the truth, cold hard truth, even when you knew that lying would have been easier, and lying is not good, as you know. But you see, that's bravery. Now, in a reading, we heard about someone who displayed this kind of bravery, this courage. His name is Stephen. Okay? Stephen stood up for what he believed in. He believed in Jesus. He believed in Jesus, the Son of God. And he wanted everyone to know how much God loved them. But did the people listen? Oh no. They thought it was trash talk, that God loved them. They were so angry, they were threatening Stephen, they wanted to hurt him. But he stood his ground. He kept telling the truth. And in addition to that, Stephen forgave those who were trying to hurt him. That's just like Jesus on the cross, right? Remember the season of Lent where we were doing Stations of the Cross? Remember how Jesus forgave his executioners, his persecutors, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. He also forgave, who's the other one that he forgave? Remember, there were two thieves, right? He forgave the good thief, Dismas, St. Dismas. You will be with me in paradise, he says. Well, I hope and pray that we don't get into the same situation as Stephen, where everyone is so against us, even though we're presenting the truth and we carry the truth. But the reality of it is, there are going to be times in our lives, in your lives, when you're going to have to be brave. For example, when you see someone, maybe a friend or a classmate, being made fun of or being bullied, you say, stop it. That's not nice, it's not kind, it's not loving. Stop. That's bravery. Or how about when you feel like praying just before lunch or just before a meal, when no one else around you at the table, they don't feel like praying, but you do. You do it anyway. That's standing up for your faith. And I think we all should, we all should pray. Always thank the Lord for the blessings that we have. Okay? Never forget that. Always pray, especially before a meal. Or how about, as I said earlier, I mentioned earlier, how about telling the truth? Even when you know that it might get you into a little bit of trouble, but you tell the truth anyway. See, that's choosing to do the right thing. That's bravery, everyone. That's courage. Stephen had that. Jesus definitely had that. Because let's remember, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing to do what's right, choosing to move forward while fear is trying to hold you back. So don't you worry. When you reach a moment when you need to be courageous and brave, just remember, God is always with you, and He will give you the strength to do it.
Thank you for participating in this production of our virtual Mass. Your presence means so much. Every day, so many parishioners connect to OLPH through the digital ministry. The digital ministry is one of almost 80 ministries supported by the parish. That's why your support of the parish is crucial, so we can continue to have the resources to fund all of our ministries that touch the lives of many. Thank you for watching, continue to watch, and thanks again for your support.